Hi guys, it's Nicole here with Mommy Tips by Cole. This is going to be the second segment in my Walt Disney World, Team Inigas Walt Disney World series. I'm not sure what I'm calling it yet, but obviously it'll be up by the time you see this video and the title. But I'm doing a couple of segments talking about our plans for Disney. So the first video, if you didn't see it already, was just pretty much my announcement that we're going, and if anybody wants to meet up on April 16th, that is in the area. Also asking you guys if you would like to see daily vlogs during our trip. So check out that video because that's the first segment, and this video is going to be talking about our plans, what I did to plan, when I started planning, and just some random tips that I can think of at the top of my head in regards to planning the trip and what we intend to do while we're there as a family of 5 with 3 kids that are 6, 4, and 3 years old. Road trip style. A couple of other videos that will be following this one will be a packing segment, just showing you how I pack for a family of 5 traveling on the road. We are actually traveling from New Jersey to Florida, so it is going to be a long trip. So I'm going to share that, and then possibly a segment sharing with you some things that I planned and intend to do or have on emergency case basis for the road trip. So some possibly activities, apps that I've come across, games, things that I plan to bring, survival kits, I don't know, just those kind of random things for road trips. So, and then aside from that, I think the last would be our vlogs or possibly daily vlogs while we're there. So it just depends on the feedback that I get on that, and then the internet connection while we're there. So I'm going to start off by telling you guys that we've always wanted to go back to Disney. The last time we were there was 2010. I was actually pregnant with my 3rd child, 17 weeks pregnant, I think, or was it 14 weeks? I was pregnant with my 3rd child, and my eldest was barely 2.5, and my middle was 11 months old, and we drove from New Jersey to Florida, and it wasn't as bad as it sounds, you know, being pregnant, and then I had to be in the back of the car because I was nursing my daughter at the time. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. However, as far as the drive goes, but however, when we were there, it was super overwhelming because we did stay 5 nights, I think, and this time we're staying 4 nights, and we overbooked ourselves. Especially me being pregnant and with 2 little ones. It was very overwhelming. We booked to go to we bought a 4-day ticket for all 4 parks. So Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, which used to be MGM back in the day, Epcot Center, and Animal Kingdom. We went to them back to back, which was a huge no-no because it's so overwhelming. You're at the park from like the time that it opens, if that's how you plan it, but we like to make the most of our day at the park from the time that it opens, either till the time that, almost the time that it closes, depending on the park. And a lot of times we went back to the park. We didn't get the park hopper pass, which gives you the option to go to different parks in one day, which another huge no-no if you're traveling with small kids. Totally hard to do that. I suggest to stick to 1 park for that entire day. So that was a big mistake that we made that first time, was going to the parks every single day. So this time, when we finally decided to, you know, plan our trip, my husband said, you know what, we're not doing all the parks this time. We kind of had an idea of what would be appropriate from our last trip for their age range, for all of them to enjoy. So this time we decided to just do 2 parks. We're doing Magic Kingdom and Disney Hollywood Studios. And then in between that, we're going to go to Legoland. So that way we can relax. And what I highly suggest, I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but what I highly suggest is to, like for Magic Kingdom, for instance, if you go there for the whole morning, or into the afternoon, come back mid-afternoon or early afternoon and relax. What we like to do is we like to come back, relax, go to the pool, you know, then go back, have the kids nap, hopefully. Hopefully that'll work out. Shower and have them nap, and then when they wake up from their nap, go back to the parks at night, either have dinner somewhere or go back to the parks, have dinner there, whatever your preference, and see the fireworks. So that's what we are going to try to do. I don't know if Hollywood Studios has fireworks at night. I don't think they do. I know Epcot does, but we might end up being there the whole day. But if you do have small kids, I highly recommend that for all the parks. The huge website that I have been on constantly is the DisneyWorld.go.com. I'll have it here and I'll link it down below. That's the site that I use to plan the trip. So I basically booked our hotel on there, and what I highly recommend is to stay on resort. It is more pricier being that it's spring break and it's like peak season because it's spring break. Last time we went at a non-peak time. We actually went before the spring break, so we got a really good deal. And if you can at all do that, I highly recommend to do that. But if your kids are in school, and 2 of my 3 are in school, it's kind of hard to take them out of school to go on a non-spring break time. So that's why we had to go book it this time during spring break. But if you go while your kids are still small, like we did last time, and they're not in school yet, go when it's non-peak. That will save you a lot of money. So I highly recommend to stay at a resort. I would be totally fine, honestly, with staying like on International Drive, where like there's all like their chain of hotels there, and it's much more affordable. But my husband was very if one thing he really wanted, it was to tell me that he wants to stay on a resort. And the reason for that being, we're driving from New Jersey. He's driving from New Jersey down there. So when he's there, he doesn't want to worry about parking, like being at the hotel. And I know some hotels, they do have shuttles, so do look into that if you stay outside of the resorts. But he just likes the convenience of the shuttles, and it's close to the parks and the amenities, really. Depending on what hotel that you stay at, the amenities are the huge plus of staying in the resorts, because you get several pools, you have the food court and whatever restaurants accessible to you, and they have lots of perks to staying in the resorts, which I'll show you in a second, one of the biggest perks. And there are lots of themes for different hotels that you stay at, and there are different levels for pricing. So there's the value level, I think the moderate level, and then I think there's another level on top of that, or maybe 2, but I don't look that high because I'm in the budget range, which is the value level. I'm not going to tempt myself to look at the hotels and the prices that are way beyond our means. So I'm perfectly fine sticking with the value resorts, which I've stayed at before. We stayed at the Pop Century Resort last time, and this time we're going to stay at the All-Star Movie Resort. And it's definitely the most affordable of all of the levels, and being that my kids are still small, we can all fit in one room still. So, but I know if you have older kids and it's more than 5 or more than 4 and they're older, they do only give you suites, or they only give you 2 adjoining rooms. So keep that in mind when planning, depending on your family size, but that's what we chose to go with. Aside from that, another perk is their new magic bands. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you might have seen me post our customized, personalized magic bands, which each say our names on the back. Nicole, Brian, Dylan, Emily, and Malia, and I picked the colors that we all wanted. And basically this band is the key to, here's the key to making your experience incredible. Fits in with the theme, with the Incredibles mom character, but this is so high-tech. They did not have this last time. Last time we went there, we just got a card for the room key, a card or a ticket to get in with a character on it to get into the parks. So this links with your room key. It links with your tickets for the parks. It links with your credit card if you want to charge anything. And it links as a fast pass for rides if you want to coordinate a scheduled time through an app. And then you just scan your Magic Band to get in. And you scan it to get in your room. You scan it if you want to buy something. You scan it. You have to like link everything. And it also links to the memory photo passes that they have, which you pay like a flat fee of like 100 something. And don't quote me on the prices, but you can see it in the website. I didn't purchase that yet. I'm still thinking about it. But basically they'll follow you, not like paparazzi. Basically wherever there's photo opportunities, they will take your picture. No worrying about, hey, can you take our picture, and we'll take your picture. They have photographers everywhere. And they had this last time, but last time you could order by prints. And now that everything's on digital and everybody posts things on all social medias versus printing up stuff anyway, it's a flat rate fee for all of the pictures. And I'm considering getting it because that way I don't have to worry too much about, I might not even have to bring my Canon, my camera, and it'll just have everything in one place. It's really pricey, but I'm still on the fence on it, but this is a huge plus. So if you stay at any of the resorts, you get a Magic Band. Not only do you get a Magic Band, but you get to customize your Magic Band on that website. So once you create your profile and you start booking your trip, so you book your room and then you book your tickets. And I've searched other pricings, and the pricings on the website are even a couple dollars less than Expedia as far as the hotels go. You can book everything on there and link everything. The website is amazing because you can even make your own maps to where you want. You can plan and map out where you want to go that's age appropriate. You can customize dining plans for your family, which we opted not to do because my kids don't eat a whole lot as it is because they're small. Why am I still holding this up? They don't eat a whole lot, so a lot of times they share like an adult meal anyway, so my husband said there was no point in us doing the meal plan, but that might work for you if your kids are bigger and eat a whole lot just as much as you as an adult. I know it's been very helpful to some other of my friends that have used it, but we opted not to do that. There's so many options, and I'm probably missing a ton of them, but this is not so much a review about the website, but telling you what we're doing. So this is a huge, huge plus. You do get to get this Magic Band even if you're not staying at a resort. So if you purchase a ticket or tickets to the parks, you can purchase a Magic Band, but it will just be like the plain gray one, and it won't have your name and all that, but you'll get, you can still get the Magic Band. You'll have that option, so even if you don't stay at the resort. So we chose to stay at the resort. We chose with a 2-day park pass. So the more days you stay, the cheaper the per day price goes. So we chose a 2-day pass, so I could use it any 2 days. And then we're doing Legoland in between. So another thing is space out your days at the park. So we're leaving on a Sunday, arriving and checking in on a Monday. We're going to just relax, go to the pool, rest, take it easy, meet with some family that we have there in Florida that night for dinner, and then sleep early because the next day is Magic Kingdom. We're going to go all day to Magic Kingdom on Tuesday and then come home later in the afternoon, go to the pool, showers, nap, rest, and then go back in the evening so that we can be sure to catch all of the festivities at night, the night spectacular parade, whatever it's called. I've been seeing that every time I've ever went to Florida, even since when I was younger, and the fireworks. So that's what we plan to do for our first park day. Then Wednesday, we have decided to go to Legoland, Florida, which also has a water park, which is really great, and my kids are really into Legos just recently, so we'll pretty much spend the majority of our day at Legoland, and then that evening, we plan to meet up with hopefully some of you and some friends in downtown Disney. So downtown Disney, if you're not familiar, it's a area that has, it's free, no admission needed. Anyone can go there. There's shopping, there's restaurants, I think there's even a bowling alley and like a Cirque du Soleil show, if I can recall. There's lots of activities there, and it's open till late at night because there's even like nighttime festivities for adults. I think it's open till 1 or 2 in the morning, but we're not going to be there that late. But we plan to go to downtown Disney that evening, and then the next day is our second day at a Disney park. So we're going to go to Hollywood Studios, like I told you, and probably spend the majority, if not the whole day there, and then come back and enjoy all the amenities of the hotel. So you do have the option to pre-schedule your fast passes on an app, which I have yet to download, but I plan to download it soon, that will link to the Magic Bands. And you can also create and plan out, like I said, your whole trip, like your whole day at each park, like what rides you want to go, and you know, all that stuff. But I'm not doing that. I didn't do it last time, and I don't think even if I did decide to do it this time, I know it's not going to come out that way. I'm very like type A personality as far as like all the packing and the planning overall, but like the really like micromanaging planning, I just want to be like free for us to just go and do as we see stuff, as we're there. The best part about it is, you know, seeing your kids' reaction. I feel like I have so much more fun now as an adult going to Disney World, because it makes me feel like a kid again, but I truly enjoy seeing their reactions. Like Emmeline's reaction was priceless when she saw the castle. That was her fixation for the whole trip. I want to go to Cinderella's castle, and when she saw that huge castle, which is ginormous, it does not compare to the one in Disneyland. I'm sorry for all you guys that like love Disneyland. I only went there once, but when we went into Disneyland, we're like, that's a castle? Because we already been to Magic Kingdom so many times already in Florida, so it's like, it doesn't compare. At least in my mind, my husband, we're like, it does not compare, because we've grown up going to Florida to Disney World. So when she saw that castle, I mean, that moment is forever on video, but it's like forever embedded in my mind. And she remembers it, even though as young as she was, she remembers it. And I can't wait for my youngest to go, because it's going to be his first time. And Malia, she was not even walking when we went there, so she only remembers what she sees from the video, which she doesn't remember, but she only remembers seeing it in the video. Oh, last but not least, I wanted to share with you some things. I'm so excited. So we already had these from our trip 4 years ago for the girls. We had them made or personalized at Magic Kingdom last time we were there. And this one is Malia's Disney Mickey Ears hat. And then this one is Emmeline's. And then Dylan is sad because he's like, where's mine? I want one. And we told him we're going to make you one when we're there. But of course he wants one now. So I've had these saved and tucked away for the big day to go back again. And then I got these shirts on Etsy, and I'll link the shop down below, but they're customized butterfly sleeveless shirts. Malia in purple with the purple crown, and then Emmeline in pink. And then for Dylan, this one came too small, but I actually ordered a bigger size. They didn't let me exchange it because it's personalized, but I got him a Mickey Ears with the Brooklyn Nets hat. Since my husband's from Brooklyn, we love the Nets, and with Dylan in the Mickey logo. Last time we went, I had custom shirts made on the Disney website for all of us with our first name. But this year I actually had one made for my husband and I, like matching, but our names aren't on it. But you guys will see that in the vlogs and pictures. I really hope that these segments in this series will help some of you guys planning a future trip with your families to Disney World. And I'll see you guys in the next segment. Bye.